This is the Klingon acoustic pickup. I've had it for a few months, and I thought I'd just do a quick video demonstrating what it is, how it's made, how to install it, who it's marketed to, if it's going to be useful to you or not, and then of course what it actually sounds like. So we're going to get a chance to listen to this pickup on 3 different guitars. I've got a steel string flat top acoustic, which is your standard acoustic guitar. Then we've got an arch top with flat wounds on it. This is a jazz guitar. Could be really useful for getting an acoustic tone to blend with your magnetic pickup. And then lastly, I'll install it on my nylon string classical guitar as well. So hopefully by the end of this video, you'll have a good idea if this is going to be a useful thing or not. As always, the timestamps are in the description if you feel like skipping around. I always want to respect your time. Let's talk a little bit about what this is and how it's made. It's essentially just a little piezo element inside this plastic body. It's passive, of course. There's no room for a battery in this thing. It's got a little volume control on it and an 1/8 inch jack out. So the way this works, you're probably wondering, how do you attach it to the guitar? It's actually magnetic. There's a big, strong, rare earth magnet on the bottom of it. In the kit, when you get the pickup, it also comes with a little magnet, which is going to attach to the underside of your acoustic guitar. Also included is a little bit of putty to make that happen. So this is a very light, very strong, rare earth magnet. It's not going to add any weight to the top of your instrument if you're worried about that. And you just leave that installed. When it comes time to use the pickup, take it out of the case and just on the top of your guitar, it'll stick there. Like I mentioned earlier, the output of this pickup is just an 1/8 inch TS. So in the kit, you get a cable to go from male 1/8 inch TS to female 1/4 inch TS, which is your standard guitar cable. And you would of course tie this to your guitar strap or attach it to the chair that you're sitting on, gaff tape it or something. That's what I've done in the past when I was playing musicals. Or you could just, sold separately I believe, just get something like this, which is just a longer cable that would go directly to your pedal board or your acoustic amp or the direct box, whatever you're using. Quick disclaimer, the company had reached out months and months ago and sent me this pickup just so I could do a quick review and demonstration on how to install it and provide some playing samples. They didn't ask anything of me other than just I do a video, so they didn't tell me to say anything positive or negative about it. In this video, I just like to try and focus on how it's useful and what it actually sounds like. Keep in mind, they did not pay me anything. They just sent the pickup. Very quickly, let's just talk about who this is made for and a couple different situations where something like this would be really useful. This is quite honestly just a very simple product. It's a piezo element inside something that you attach to your guitar with a magnet and a passive volume control. There's not much to it aside from that. It won Best in Show at the 2018 NAMM, and to be honest, it's pretty cool. It's creative. I like the idea of it. I've played in musical pits a lot in the past with a ton of acoustic instruments. Some of those older like 60s, 70s musicals. The book will have like banjo, ukulele, guitar, acoustic, nylon string, arch top, mandolin, all these weird acoustic instruments. And you got to figure out, okay, well I have the instruments now, but in a lot of cases those instruments don't normally come with pickups. So I was thinking, like, you know, you could just buy a couple extra magnets. They sell 3 of them here in a kit. So I could have just a bunch of these little magnets attached to the underside of all the guitars that I need, all the instruments, and just as I switch instruments, oftentimes it's happening really quickly, I just pull this off, magnetic, and plop it down on the top of the new instrument that I'm playing. If I'm switching from mandolin to banjo or something, it's just a very simple solution. The company also advertises on their site that it's a great solution if you just need a quick backup. Maybe you're someone that runs an active piezo system in your guitar or microphone and you're worried someday you're going to forget to change the battery. Just attach the little magnetic thing to the underside of your guitar, forget about it until you need it. It's very small, just pull it out of your case and you've got a quick backup solution. Now finally, another situation you might find yourself in, what if you have a beautiful acoustic instrument that you don't want to modify with a pickup? You don't want to install anything in there permanently. The putty is instantly reversible, and that's just simple. Maybe you've got a pre-war Martin, or in my case, I have a handmade oud from Damascus, Syria, that I've been struggling with finding a way to amplify it when I need to. And this was a quick solution that is totally reversible. It's not going to damage the instrument, and it's just a great solution for figuring out how to amplify a vintage instrument that you don't want to modify. No one wants to be that guy. I did want to mention real quick, because someone's going to ask, and I forgot to say earlier, there is a little piece of rubber here that keeps this from scratching the top of your instrument. So no worries on that. The arch top, if you've been following this on my channel, you'll know it's really scratched up. The finish is thinner than paper. That thing is so fragile, and this is no problem on the top of it. What this also does is it acts as a little buffer between the piezo and the thing that it's picking up. which means that it's going to limit some of the high-end information. Sometimes these contact piezos can be really brittle in the high end, and so a way to kind of fix that is select some sort of specific material here to limit the amount of high-end information that gets through. All right, I've talked enough. Let's just listen to the pickup. Like I said, 3 guitars, flat top, arch top, nylon string. You should also be aware that in order to make the most out of a high impedance piezo pickup such as this one, you should have something similar to this product. This is a preamp that'll track the variable impedance and output something a little bit more consistent. You'll get a better sound out of it. Though for today's video, I decided to plug direct into my interface. I'm using an SSL 2+, just to give you an idea of what the pickup sounds like by itself. Please keep in mind that it's going to be pretty brittle. I'm not doing any editing on it, so what you're hearing from the pickup is how it comes. In order to get the best sound, you're going to want to use something like this, maybe some EQ, some compression, etc. So there it is, the Klingon acoustic pickup. I'd love to know what you thought about it. If you liked this video, if it was helpful, please hit the like button just as a way to repay me. Maybe consider subscribing to the channel. I do a lot of videos talking about acoustic pickups and gear that you might find helpful. And lastly, of course, if you're thinking about purchasing it, I do have an affiliate link in the description in the first line. I just get a small commission, helps to keep this channel running and to keep these types of videos coming. Anyway, take care, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.